Hi, for the second part of this tutorial, I will go over how to strum along with the Lion King's version Can You Feel the Love Tonight? So the strumming pattern that I'll be using is down, down, up, down, down, up. If you're not familiar with the strumming pattern, I would recommend that you just practice that pattern with no chords in your left hand until you get the hang of it. Once you get the hang of it, then you can start adding chords and playing along with the song. So let's start with verse number 1. So for the first verse, I actually don't strum because in the original song, this is the part where Timon and Pumbaa are talking. So it's very relaxed. So I just like to do a simple down strum for every chord. So it sounds like this. So something like that for the entire verse. And I do the same thing for the outro. And at the very end, I do a tremolo, the G with the caret symbol. So a tremolo is just a down, up pattern very quickly. Something like that. And you can do the down, up pattern as many times as you like for pretty much as long as you want the chord to last. So that takes care of verse 1 and the outro. And let me demonstrate the chorus. So for the chorus, each chord gets 4 beats or 1 measure, so you're playing the strumming pattern once for every chord. The only exceptions are the C and the A7 chords and the D with the asterisk. And so C and A7 are half as long, so they each get 2 beats each. So it sounds like this. So I like to think of it as the 2 chords make up 1 strumming pattern. And the D with the asterisk are twice as long, and so it lasts for 8 beats or 2 measure. Okay, and then that's chorus number 1. Chorus number 2 is very similar to the first one. The only exception is at the very end there are some additional chords. And so at the very end of chorus number 2 sounds like this. That's chorus number 2. And verse 2, there's nothing unique there. You just, every chord gets 4 beats, and so you're playing the strumming pattern once. Okay, so that's verse number 2. And that takes care of the entire song. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment or send me an email. In the last part, I would like to offer some helpful tips when you're learning to play. The first is to use a metronome, and the second is to learn the song first and add the lyrics later. So don't play it and sing at the same time, especially when you're learning a new song. Sometimes singing can hinder your playing, because if you trip up and you know the lyrics, you're just going to continue playing without fixing the issues that you originally had. So I recommend that you learn the entire song first, and you can play really well, and then you can add the lyrics later. So now I would like to play the metronome. 2, 3, 4. at 110, but I recommend that you start a little bit slower, so maybe 80 or 90. And once you can play the entire song at the same tempo, then you can start increasing the tempo. So that's the end of this lesson. Please feel free to, like I said, comment or send me emails, and keep practicing.